bear with me because I haven't had much sleep, so I'm extremely tired, but I'm going to get through it. So I've been doing a new Audible. Obviously, we're all reading The Slight Edge at the moment, but I've been listening to, on the side of that, oh, Izzy's crackling. Hang on a minute. A book by Rachel Hollis called Girl, Stop Apologizing. So she's got a few books. I read Girl, Wash Your Face, which was amazing. And then I've now listening to Girl, Stop Apologizing. And this is something that I did as like an exercise when I was listening to it. And I thought, this is the time when we all need to do this exercise, especially being in bonus run. So the title of it is, I am not enough to succeed. Now, at one time or another, probably recently, we've all told ourselves we can't do something, we can't get the bonuses, we're not good enough, and all of the lies that we tell ourselves. So I wanted to read a bit about this to you today, and then I'm going to show you what the exercise is and read the exercise that I did about it. And then I want you to all go and do your own exercise. You don't have to do it during this training. You can if you want. If you want to, grab a pen and paper. And I want you to be as real and as open as possible when you're doing this exercise with yourself. And then I'm going to give a little prize away this week to anybody that takes part and does this, because it's really important. So it says, I am not enough to succeed. This whole thing is about getting to the other side of the doubt and flipping the script on all of those lies that we tell ourselves. You are enough. You are all enough. All of you on this screen right now or watching this back, you are all enough to do whatever you set your mind to, even when you don't believe you can do something. Talita, you can do anything you set your mind to. I'm going to pick on certain people. Anything you set your mind to, if you believe it enough, you can. I'm a firm believer in that. The word yet, when you say to yourself, I'm not achieving it yet, like me, for instance, I am not 12K yet, or I'm not 40K yet. It's just yet is your potential, it's your promise, it's what keeps moving you forward. You're just not there yet. Doesn't mean you're not going to get there. You're just not there right this second when you want to be. So from your determination, your tenacity, your persistence, your sass, Selena, your whatever your personality may be, I want you to acknowledge everything that you've done from in your life, from the point of you being old enough to say go to school to now. I want you to think about all of them hard things that you have done in life. And I want you to be honest about those things. So you're going to write a letter to yourself from yourself. You're going to be brutal. I'm going to read you my letter in a minute. I warn you, it's not pretty. Just like Awilda did last week when she bared her soul, I will be doing that today. You have to be brutal in these letters. You have to, yes, dear me. You have to do, dear Talita, from a place of whatever that place may be, whether it's from strength or mine is from persistence and strength, literally. Whatever that may be, you're going to write a letter to yourself from yourself. I've written mine in the back of my gratitude journal because I keep these. Even once they're full, I keep them so that in years to come, I can look back at them. Mine is in there and I'm going to look at mine every single day and I'm going to read mine every single day, every time I write my gratitude down in the morning. Put it somewhere, whether that's in your phone and you're writing it in your phone, or you've got it on a scrap of paper and you put it back in a journal, in the back of a journal or something, but keep it. And every time you doubt yourself, yes, futureme.org. Every time you doubt yourself, I want you to read it. Every time you think you can't do something, you need to read it. I've read mine twice today already. Just when I doubt myself and I think I can't do something, I read it again. So you're going to write a letter from your truth. All the things that you have done. You're going to extinguish all the lies that you tell yourself on a daily basis. all the rubbish. I can't do it. I'm not good enough. I can't get sales. Done the future me one, but not sure about the truth. You have to literally be bare with your truth. I'm going to give you an example, and this is part of my thing. If you're overweight, I want you to write about all the times that you felt your body was incredible, that you did something with your body that was incredible. Have you played sports? I'm going to use Selena as an example. Bodybuilding, all the times when your body was like top form and you felt like you were brilliant. Have you had a child? Have you had a child and grown a child inside of you? Your body is incredible. Like, you don't realize how great your body is. If I look in the mirror, I say I'm overweight and I'm fat and I don't look very good. But that's nothing compared to the things that I've actually done with my body. I've brought 3 children into the world. 3 amazing children would not be here if it wasn't for me bringing them into the world. That's what our bodies can do. These squishy arms, these bingo wings, show people love every day. I'm a hugger. Selena will hate that about me when she meets me. I'm a hugger. Like, I'll hug everyone. I show people love all the time. That's what these squishy arms can do. They're not the leanest, muscliest arms, but they can love someone. That's how good my body is. So I want you to write down all the times you've achieved something or all the negativities you have about yourself and flip the script completely. I want you to look at one side of things and completely flip it to the other side, just like I've mentioned with the weight thing. You might be overweight or you might feel them things about yourself, but flick it around to the things you've done. Like, I've grown a human. I've got a little girl there who's literally my best mate. Like, I don't know what I'd do without her. That's what I did. I want you to flip it like that. So I'm already getting emotional and I haven't even started. I'm going to read you my letter. Yeah, I love her to bits. She's my little angel. I'm going to read you my letter. It's not very long. Well, I say it's not very long. There's a lot in it, but it's my letter from me to me. And it's about, pick that up while I'm doing this, babes. Bear with me 1 second. The little bestie needs me. Right, here you go. So this is a letter to me from me, and it comes from a place of persistence and strength. That's where my letter comes from. So I'm sorry if this is like real open, and I know that some of you don't know these things, and I know that Selena probably does, but nobody else does, but I'm sorry for that. So if it triggers you in some way, I apologize, but this is my truth to me and I need to say it. So I've put, Dear Rachel, I am your persistence and strength, and this is what I need you to know about me. I'm a badass. I can overcome everything. I'm going to do it fast without crying.
You can do this.
It says, I was raised in a single parent home. I had to grow up too fast, and by the age of 8 years old, I was looking after my baby brother while my mum struggled with life and even tried to take her own life.
What?
I left my home at the age of 15 and moved into a 1-room bedsit. So a bedsit to Americans is just like a house with 1 room in. There's loads of students that stay in the same house. I did that at 15. I went through pain and fear and things a child shouldn't experience. At 17, I was abused sexually, physically, and mentally by someone I trusted. I survived that. At 19, I had my first child, studied while at uni. I fell pregnant again, worked nights, but I still got my degree. I did something great. My relationship with my boy's dad collapsed. I fell hard and I did things that I was not proud of. One being I left that home situation and I left my boys with their dad. That's something I'm not proud of, and that's probably one of the reasons I do network marketing today and that I look after my daughter every day, because that's my probably biggest regret in my life. I picked myself up and I started again. I started my own company and built my own company strong for 7 years. When the recession hit, I lost it all. Hundreds of thousands of pounds. But I started again. I got a really well-paid job in the corporate world, writing policies and procedures for the medical field. A year in, I crashed again. My mental health was bad because I didn't deal with past traumas from the age of basically a child to my teenage years. I started counselling and different therapy treatments, but I got strong and I started again. Along came another job and I found a passion for auditing. I loved my job. I may have worked 7 to 7 Monday to Sunday, but I loved every second of it. Then I found my person, my soulmate, 12 years younger than me. And we decided to try for a child. I was 40, so it took a while. It took 7 months to have her here. But I have my person. And we brought into the world a beautiful little girl named Lily, who you all know. She's my best friend, and she's the one that made me whole again, and the one that taught me how to be the best mum possible. Then I chose to be present with her and start network marketing, which leads me to now. So I've been with a couple of companies before I've joined this one. None of them have been right until now. And I truly believe when you're in the right place with the right people at the right time, you find your place and you find your home. And I found mine here. The moral of that letter to me, when I'm speaking to me about me, is that I literally can overcome anything. I am strong and I am persistent, and it doesn't matter what I go through. I know that I will stand up again and I will try again. I know that no matter how bad it gets, like even if it gets really, really, really bad, I may break down for a week, but I will get back up and I will start again. And when I tell myself these lies daily, and this is why you've got to be really raw with your letters, when I tell myself these lies, like you can't do it, and a lot of the time it's me and Selena, just me breaking down and talking to her on Zooms, but when I'm saying to her, I can't do this, I can't do it, Selena, and she's like, you can do it. When I read things like that, and I'm gonna make sure I read it every day, I know I can do anything. If I can get through all this crap, I can do anything. And I guarantee you, whatever your story is, and it doesn't have to be like, you know, mine may seem like there's a few bad things in there, but the place I'm at now with, you know, Sam and Lily and my boys, and the relationship I now have with my boys that took me a long time to get, I'm in the best place I can be. Like there's nothing that could come along and knock me down. And if it does, then I'll get back up again. I'm going to do it all over again. The one thing I have is strength and willpower and bloody persistence. And I will keep going and going and going. And when you look at your own stories, I want you to see them negative things that you think sometimes. And I want you to think about all the things you've accomplished right now. Because you're all amazing people. I haven't met people like you guys ever. And I'm nearly 45. And I've been around different companies and different people for a long, long time. And I've never met people as great as you guys, ever. You all have your own unique ways and your own unique things. And you can all do this. Like if you say tomorrow, you know, my goal is, it doesn't matter whether it's just Lavelle now, right? It can be anything. If your goal is to hit 200K, or your goal is to lose weight, or your goal is to, Becca, maybe find a husband. Like, I don't know what it would be. Like, pick your celebrity crush. Somebody said to me, it was a different podcast, and it said, imagine you met, who did they use an example? Somebody that I don't think's that hot. What's the guy that played Deadpool? What's his name? Do you know him?
Ryan Reynolds.
That's the one. I don't think he's that great, but everybody thinks he's amazing. Look at Becca's face. Look. If Ryan Reynolds messaged you tomorrow and said to you, Becca, I want to take you on a date, of course you'd go within a second. Nothing would get in your way. Nothing would get in your way of that date, right? So nothing should get in your way of hitting 200k. Nothing should get in your way of making your body the best it can be. And nothing should get in your way of you building the most amazing retreat with your own wine, Selena. Nothing should get in your way of achieving all the things that you want to achieve. Look at Hillary, right? Hillary, I'm going to pick on you now because I saw you won your incentive trip. Very proud of you. We come from the same old company. I came from Body Shop. Hillary's a Body Shop. And she won her holiday. She worked hard to get that holiday. It's a all-inclusive paid holiday. Jen's just gone to Miami on the same thing, all-inclusive, all-paid holiday. You can do anything. You probably thought at the beginning of when that trip was announced that maybe you wouldn't do it. And you did it.
Absolutely, yeah. It is. It's just literally doing it in little steps. So it is like, I want the 200k. I'm doing it in little steps.
Selena always tells me, one customer, one promoter.
Yeah.
One customer, one promoter. Small little steps, build big. But I really do want you guys to write this exercise. Will it be difficult? Yes. If you're really honest and truthful with yourself, there's going to be things you do not like about you when you write them things down. There's things I do not like and I'm not proud of when I write that letter and listen to that letter and read that letter back every day. There's not. But there's things I've worked hard on to change the things that I don't like. But they are, in essence, the things we tell ourselves every day when we say, I can't do it. And we're the first people to say to our children, there's no such word as can't. Because I say it to Lily all the time. If she says she can't do something, or the boys say to me, oh, I can't do it, Mum. And I'm like, there's no such word as can't. Yes, you can. Like, yes, you can. You can do anything. Just don't let that person on your side of your shoulder, the negative, I can't liar, tell you you can't do something. Listen to this side of you, which knows you can. So that's all I wanted to say. It's a very, very quick training. I'm sorry for getting emotional. But I do really want you to write your letters. You do not have to drop them in the chats or, pour them out there like I did, but I do want you to write them. And then I want you to tell me when you've done that. Because it's important. You got to nearly the end of my training without talking. Well done. She did it. I'm going to stop recording now.